First of all, you will need to switch the computer on. Once that's done, you will export all the footage that you have filmed or that has been filmed, either from the camera or from a network or from your hard drive. You will put it into a folder on the desktop, and then you will start watching each individually, making notes on a log sheet, which can be on a piece of paper, line paper, with time code, takes, duration, description, audio and comments. You will need to watch all of them, put the name in all with put the name of the video in time code, take, if it's the same scene, put 1, 2, 3, 4, duration, how long it is, description, what is it? Is it a tour? Is it an interview? Is it a documentary? Is it an action sequence? You put all of that. Audio, you need to put good or bad, and comments whether it's usable, even if the audio is bad or good. And also if it's 24 frames per second, because if it's not 24 frames per second and it looks really bad and it looks as if it's been corrupted. Also, make sure to label each one with put each one you label, you will put in comments what you think needs to improve, or you can use, or what you can't use. Explain yourself, but in short sentences. Then once that's done, when you finish the first one, you will create another folder called bin. In bin, you will do, this is the way I do my bins, and when it's an interview or something, I will put different folders with the names of the scenes or what it is. Like, for example, interview, I will make a folder named interview, and then I will put all the footage of the interview inside, but the one that I find bad and not usable, I will also put them in the same folder, but I will create another folder before that called not using, and all the clips that I am not using I will put into that one. Then once that's done and I have sorted each of them, like for example interview, football, action, adventure, thriller, death scene, I will name, if it's a film, I will name them each by what I think they are, as like I will put haunting scene, where, and then I will put inside all the takes of the haunting scene. Action scene, then I'll put every action scene. Murder scene, I put all the murder scene inside. And I will make subfolders, some folder where I say I will use them, and another folder where I don't use them. You can do it differently, but the principle needs to be clear so that all the sheets, the log sheet matches your bins. But it shows which ones you're using and you're not using. Here is an example of how I do this, and it is long. You watch all of the video individually, but once you watched all of them individually, you understand what you can use with them. But because you're not, usually if you are in a high industry, you will either be a runner or the director making these log sheets for the editor. The editor will do the same thing, but he will also choose which one out of the pics that the director and the runners have logged in, meaning that he will do his own bins according to the clips that he sees. He will also keep all the footage just in case he can use something again. If he can't use something again, he will not throw it away, he will put it into the archive. So I will put a folder archive also if I can't have any use for it, but just so that I have it for if I need it. Lastly, you will have to make separate bins for Adobe Premiere if you start working with it. So meaning you open Adobe Premiere and you put each individual clips inside into folders. You make folders in Adobe Premiere like on the screen I am doing, and you put each single one with the scene that you want, but I've labeled them bin 1, bin 2, bin 3 to make it easier. But that's the idea. 1, 2, 3. Also put it all in chronology order. The bins, meaning bin 1 should be only one thing in the film. I used it as the interview section. Bin 2 would be the match, and from one perspective, and bin 3 would be the match from another perspective.